a 60 years old woman whose grace outshines every age. Her story begins in a quiet dawn where the sky rests softly on the edges of memory. She walks with footsteps woven from years that shaped her soul with gentle fire. A 60 years old woman whose grace outshines every age stands, like a living testament of strength carved slowly by time. She carries the wisdom of moments that never needed a voice and yet echo through every breath she takes. Her hands hold worlds that younger hearts cannot yet understand. Her eyes see paths hidden to those who rush forward, without listening to the silence that guides those who are willing to pause. She moves not with speed, but with a depth that younger footsteps have yet to learn. Her grace is not in the smoothness of youth, but in the richness of experience that gathers like gold dust on her skin. She has lived storms that tried to scatter her spirit, and yet she rose each time with a softness that defies every sorrow. She has known love that lifted her into skies of innocence and love that broke her deeply and yet taught her how to rise again. Her voice is calm like an ocean at rest, holding the memories of waves that once roared with fierce tides. She speaks little, but when she does, the world shifts gently toward her. People listen not because she demands it, but because her presence alone carries a truth that no noise can overpower. A 60 years old woman whose grace outshines every age is a lighthouse standing firm in a world that changes without warning. Her beauty is an unfolding truth, seen not through flawless skin, but through the soft acceptance of everything she has survived. She is a chapter that does not fear the turning of pages. She is a journey that does not fear the passing of time. She carries her past not as a weight, but as a crown, shaped by memories both tender and fierce. She remembers days when she was young and restless, believing the world was a road without shadows. Now she stands knowing that shadows shape the light and light shapes the shadows, and both belong to the story of a living soul. She holds a heart that has broken and healed and broken again, but never surrendered. Her laughter is a quiet melody from a place that no longer seeks applause. Her silence is a poem written in the spaces between breaths. A 60 years old woman whose grace outshines every age walks in rooms like a prayer that never needed words. She does not seek to prove herself to anyone. She does not run after validation from eyes that cannot see her depth. She exists with the calm certainty of someone who has lived enough to know that self-worth comes from within. Her hair carries strands of time touched by silver light. Her skin carries maps of journeys that only she can read. Her memories carry the warmth of moments that still glow in her heart. She is not defined by the number of years she has lived, but by the way she has lived them. Her courage does not roar, it whispers. And yet its whisper is louder than the shouts of those who have not learned patience. She continues her path with the quiet strength of someone who has learned that the heart becomes wiser when it is patient. Every step she takes carries the gentle weight of memories that shaped her into a woman of unwavering resilience. She does not rush through life. She listens to the rhythm of her own breath. She allows the world to move around her while she remains centered in a peace she created through years of learning and unlearning. Her story is written not on paper, but in the tender way she carries herself through each day. Her grace grows from every challenge she has met with softness instead of anger. She holds her years with pride, for each one has given her a deeper understanding of who she is. She has walked through seasons that tested her faith. She has walked through seasons that filled her arms with joy. Each season left its imprint, and she honors them all. There were days when she felt unseen, days when her tears fell quietly into the night, days when she questioned her strength. Yet she rose each time with a determination that did not need applause. Her heart learned that healing takes time, and she gave it that time. She learned that the world does not always celebrate those who endure silently, but she did not seek celebration. She sought truth. She sought peace. She sought the gentle light that comes from accepting oneself fully. Her eyes now hold the depth of someone who has looked at sorrow and refused to let it define her. They hold the shine of hope that never dimmed even when shadows tried to claim it. Her smile carries the warmth of forgiveness and the courage of someone who no longer fights the past. She embraces her story as a gift. She knows every struggle shaped her, every loss taught her, every moment of pain refined her. She stands today not in the glow of youth, but in the radiance of a soul that has understood the meaning of endurance. Her presence calms storms in the hearts of those who come near her. People feel safe around her. They feel seen. They feel heard. They feel understood even without words. She carries a nurturing spirit that does not smother, but lifts gently like a hand guiding someone toward light. She has learned that real strength lies not in loud defiance, but in steady compassion. Her compassion is quiet yet powerful. It moves through the air around her. It touches lives without her ever realizing it. She does not seek to change the world. She seeks to walk through it with honesty, and by doing so she changes more than she knows. Her journey has taught her that love takes many forms. Sometimes it arrives in tender presence. Sometimes it arrives in painful lessons. Sometimes it arrives in silence. And she has accepted each form with an open heart. She no longer fears the passing of time. She sees time as a friend that adds depth to her spirit. She sees age as a blessing that many long for but few understand. She sees each new day as another opportunity to walk with purpose. Her values are rooted not in appearance but in character, not in applause. She walks into the final chapters of her journey with a quiet radiance that grows brighter with every sunrise. Her presence feels like a gentle morning breeze moving through open fields, carrying the scent of distant memories and the promise of days yet to come. She has lived enough to know that every moment holds meaning. She has learned that every experience shapes the soul in ways not always seen at first. She embraces her past not as a shadow, but as a teacher that guided her toward the wisdom she now carries. Her heart is a sanctuary built from countless moments of courage. It remembers the days when she stood alone yet refused to fall. It remembers the hours she spent mending her spirit when the world felt heavy. It remembers every whispered prayer that lifted her from the edge of despair. Now she stands with a serenity that only a lifetime of rising can create. She is not defined by the wrinkles on her skin, but by the strength woven into every one of them. She is not defined by the number of her years, but by the depth of her compassion. She is not defined by the passage of time, but by the grace with which she walked through it. She lives with a clarity that sees beyond illusion. She understands that people come and go like seasons. Some bring warmth, some bring storms, some stay just long enough to teach a lesson, and she holds no hatred for any of them. Her forgiveness flows effortlessly, for she knows that holding pain only burdens the heart. She has learned that letting go is not weakness. It is the purest form of strength. Her days now move with a quiet wonder. She finds beauty in small things, in the softness of morning light, in the distant song of birds, in the gentle sway of leaves touched by wind, in the tender weight of memories that once brought tears but now bring peace. She walks with a grace that does not fade. Her steps echo the resilience of a woman who has conquered her fears. Her breath flows with the rhythm of someone who has made peace with the world. Those who cross her path pause without knowing why. They feel the calm she carries. They feel the warmth she offers. They feel the strength she does not speak of yet reveals in every gesture. She gives comfort without effort. Her presence alone feels like a healing touch. She listens with the patience of someone who knows that every voice carries a hidden story. She speaks with the gentleness of someone who has learned that words can wound or heal and chooses always to heal. Her spirit remains unshaken even as time moves forward. She does not chase youth. She honors age. She does not fear endings. She embraces beginnings. She does not cling to what was. She welcomes what will be. Her life has become a living poem written not in ink, but in the quiet actions that shaped her. Kindness is her language. Patience is her posture. Strength is her foundation. And love is the thread that holds all her pieces together. As she continues toward the horizon, her light only grows stronger. It is the light of a woman who lived authentically.